If we click into here now, we can see that we actually got this picture generated successfully. This is the great front-facing photo, exactly what we wanted based on our Sydney Sweeney character that we are using for this one, as well as the actual outfit that we had planned for her, which was this moto jacket with these jeans. You can obviously put this on your website and this will look crazy professional, like you truly spent the money to hire a model, actually book a studio, hire a photographer, and get these super clean images. Oh no, I ain't finished. I'm already back to the next one. I'm already generating the next image. Literally, if I go back to Nano Banana, already the next one is in progress. On this front profile photo right here, literally the side looks amazing. If you put this on your website, obviously same girl, same product, same look, and the same thing with the back here too. So crazy realistic too, like the freckles on her face, the hair. Nano Banana is going insane. You already know who it is, Sir Life Hacker, back with another one. I'm really coming with the heat these days. We might as well just go ahead and get straight to it. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I got hired for a project where I had to generate high fashion e-commerce photos at scale with this N8N. It can literally generate hundreds, if not thousands, of high fashion product photos just like this. And of course, if you don't want to build this entire automation from scratch, you already know where to slide to. We're all right here in the school community, over 640 members, over 50 countries represented in here worldwide. And you can't forget about our Ivy League level classroom section where we teach you how to master N8N, how to master AI creative direction, generate prompts, master coding. If you're ready to take on this kind of commitment and really bringing yourself to the next level in terms of AI knowledge, this will change your life. Now, obviously, we need to actually put together the full outfit for what the character will be wearing in these high fashion photos. That's pretty much the only upfront work you have to do, is choosing the character and then putting together the outfit that they're going to wear. So for that, straight to Canva. So for this, you can see for this video, I want to make sure to show you guys multiple examples. Put this full fit here, fire shirt, fire pants with the AF1 stomping. And then of course, for the ladies, these are the 4 outfits that are going to go with the 4 characters. So you want to download all 4 of these as PNGs. Want to go ahead and do that. And then obviously we want to save these all into Google Drive. So I go ahead, save these to my downloads on my DJ Khaled shit. We the best.
Damn, we rolling hella deep. I feel like a damn
Folder. So now I basically just go ahead, grab all of those outfits, drag them into my outfits folder in Google Drive. Obviously, you don't have to have your Google Drive organized like this. I'm just like that. You know what I'm saying? I really went to school for art. They're really big on organization. So that's why I'm like this. So now that I have those 2 things set up, we can finally get an N8N. We can finally be software developers. So first of all, of course, there's a trigger. And then you have this get many database pages node from Notion. I just changed the title to shot selection. You're actually going to go to the get many database pages node if you're creating this from scratch. And so from here, now I want to connect my actual database that I'm going to use that's going to be pulling all these Google Drive links. So now you're like, wait, what Notion database are you talking about? I'm going to link this database in the automation so you can also duplicate this, use this for yourself so you don't have to create it from scratch. But just so you know how to use it, these are other columns here. The only columns you're going to want to fill out are the character and the outfit product. You can actually completely delete this reference photo. Don't even know why that's in there. The rest of these will be filled out for you automatically by the automation in N8N. So for the character, this is where I put in my actual Google Drive link of whatever character I want to use. So I'm going to come back in here to my characters and Alexa Demi going first. So I put in Alexa Demi in here first. Then I come back in here, grab Sydney Sweeney, just copy the link. Make sure when you do this, the access is set to anybody can view the link. So I'm adding Sydney Sweeney in here too. I'm going to do Timothy Chalamet and I'm going to do ASAP Rocky too. There's Timothy and then ASAP going last with it on some easy shit. So now we have all 4 characters in there. And of course, now I need to actually figure out which outfits are going to go with which characters. So I put the 2 girls up top up here. So for the girls outfits, I'm going to put Alexa in the bodysuit. I think she would look great in that, respectfully. So I'm going to put this right here. And then for Sydney Sweeney's character, I'm going to do the moto jacket on some swaggy shit. Go ahead, Sydney. Y'all been hating her lately. Free Sydney. And then for Timothy Chalamet, I'm going to go ahead and put him, Ooh, what y'all think? The coat or the tee? Gotta put them in the tee. And then ASAP will get the coat and the high fashion fit. This is gonna generate 4 photos. Obviously, if you have 20 products, you would do that for 20, etc. That's the only upfront work you have to do. It's just uploading in the Google Drive, copying and pasting the links inside of here. Simple work. No need to schedule a photo shoot, take pictures, edit pictures, etc. Hire models, none of that. You're literally just copying and pasting inside of a Notion database. So then from there, you can come back in here. You can make sure that your Notion database is connected inside from this list. And to do that, you just go to connections in here and then add a connection and then type in whatever your connection is. If you don't understand how to set up connections in Notion, join school. I've done a ton of videos on it. And then from here, basically, you want to make it so that it's only bringing in photos where the status equals not started. And I'll explain why right now. So basically you can see that there's a status column all the way over here that says not started. Obviously, when you're running automations, you want to make sure nothing duplicates on top of each other. You don't want to bring in the same row that you already brought in before. That's why I have this status column here. And this first complete automation up here is just in charge of creating the detailed image prompt. So it'll go ahead and fill out this column for you. If I go ahead and press play on this, you can see it brought in all 6 of our items. Hold on, that's not right. Yeah. Sometimes I bring in the empty ones if you don't delete it. So if I go ahead and run this again, it should bring in 4 items. All 4 characters, 4 items are now brought in here. Obviously, we don't want to bum rush the rest of these nodes with all 4. We want to separate things out individually and just loop through them. So we use this loop. Here, I'm basically labeling these variables. So I'm creating a variable of the outfit photo and the character photo. You can see these 2 Google Drive links right here. That's going to make it way easier in this next node. So if I go ahead and run this, I can show you the really important node of this automation. So now in this analyze image node from Gemini, obviously you want to go ahead and set up your Gemini key to actually be able to add the credential for this. Literally just search in Google, get Gemini API key, and it'll be super easy from there. Essentially what we're doing here is we're basically asking Gemini to analyze only the clothing items in the image. It's literally taking these different pictures that we have right here, these outfit photos, and it's literally analyzing it, and it's creating a detailed analysis of each of the garments. Why is that important? Because I don't want it to in any way hallucinate or mess up on the finer details. I was being hired for this. I was paid actual money by a high fashion company. What do they care about the most? Making sure that their products stay true to form in each picture. So that's why I wanted to use this node to make sure the image models understand all the fine details of it. So you can see here, it's basically for each garment outputting the item name, the silhouette and structure, the fit, the cut, the shape, the taper, the materials and the textures. I can have accurate fabric types, accurate finishes, padding, stitching thickness, etc., colors, patterns and design elements. I don't want any type of hallucination going forward. We could actually go ahead and see an example of this right now. So if I go ahead and press play right here, literally in 20 seconds, it fully analyzed this product shot. This is the mid-thigh bodysuit. They said, let's get straight to it. Fuck it. You can already see highly form-fitting, compression style silhouette that contours tightly to the torso and upper legs. So even with something that may seem to you more basic, they're still giving us this super detailed description so it doesn't have any type of hallucinations on the fabric, the texture, the color, or anything. You can see semi-shiny, lustrous finish rather than a matte appearance, reflecting light across curved areas like the bust and thighs. They're talking crazy. Now that we have that full image analysis, we can actually start to create our first version of our image prompt, which is the point of this first automation. By the way, this is a basic LLM chain node. This is similar to an AI agent, but it's just more compact. All I'm trying to do here is basically just run Open Router. I could have used an OpenAI message a model node here. I could have used an Anthropic node here. I could have used a Gemini node here just to message a model. But since I wanted to use Open Router, that's the reason why I had to use this basic LLM chain right here. And of course, what I'm inputting into it is just the outfit photo analysis. That's my input. But of course, it needs a system message. It needs guardrails and guidelines for its actual rules and purpose is. And we can see the purpose here is a simple job, really just to generate a short prompt that instructs Nano Banana Pro to create that full body studio paragraph of a model wearing the exact outfit described in the input message. So you can see here, wearing the exact outfit described. If we hadn't described it, it wouldn't even know which outfit to do, or it might hallucinate because it's not a good enough description. And so you can see here, I basically just added in those requirements for that final image. It needs to be a full body shot, pure white background, everything that we really saw all over here. I was really just dialing it in so it can make sure to get that look that we wanted. Even lighting, soft shadows, realism, outfit accuracy being mandatory. And then of course I gave it an example output so it knows exactly what to do. So now that we had all of this ready, I can go ahead and run this and damn, literally 4 seconds. What are we talking about with this AI shit, bro? But you can see here, this full image prompt right here, create a full body studio quality photograph of a model wearing the mid-thigh length bodysuit. So you can see here, it's describing the fit. It's also describing how they're gonna stand, facing forward, etc. If you want the model pose a certain type of way, like I purposely added in here for that arms down look, you know, that kind of like military look, because they wanted that for their product photo pictures, etc. But if you wanted more of a swaggy look to it, more of a looser look, you could change that here, telling it to stand a certain type of way, etc. You could even put in different examples of how to stand that it could choose from at random. So now that I have this image prompt, I want to bring it back into Notion so I can use it for my next automation that will actually be taking that prompt and then putting it into Nano Banana for me, all hands free. Go ahead and press play on this. You can see now this got filled in and this status changed to front shot. Easy work. So now, of course, you like, all right, cool. We got a prompt. I can get a prompt in GPT. I'm ready to generate images. Say less. That's what we're on right now. Relax. Let's go ahead and fill in the rest of these image prompts and actually show you this automation working in production. So now if I unpin all these and then just press execute workflow, now you're going to see that it's basically going to run through the rest of those 3 that we need to fill out, creating those image prompts, adding them to Notion, and then we can go forward from there. If I just stay here in Notion, I can be ready to catch these when they come in. I can see that these new prompts are literally getting added in all hands free without me doing any work. That's what we love. And even this just got added in, but we're already on to the next image being analyzed and the next image prompt being created. So this is why we love N8N. I can just sit back and relax while these image prompts get created for me. No more having to manually one by one get your prompts created. We're having the AI create the prompts for us based on the outfits. You can see here, another one just got added in Notion, and now it's gonna go ahead and finish that last one. And if we come in here to look at these, you can see the beginning of these are pretty similar because we're trying to get similar looks, right? It's trying to create that full body studio quality photograph just of different models wearing different outfits. So for this one, this is the boxy, oversized, short sleeve graphic t-shirt, wide leg sweatpants, and low top leather sneakers. And you can see this last prompt just got added in. Keep in mind, I'm over here kikiing, talking shit with you. So this is why we love N8N, bro. This is why we love N8N. Software developers have been eating off automation like this for years, by the way. But now that we have all of these image prompts in here and we have all the statuses updated, you're now like, can we create some images now? Say less. Now we can go ahead and move this trigger to the next automation down here. And so this automation basically pulls from that same Notion database, but this time you can see the filter is set where it only pulls where the status equals front shot. So if I come in here, press play, this should now bring in once again 4 items. And then once again, we're looping through all of those individually so we don't have to bum rush the entire automation with too many inputs. And so now here, we're basically using this converter to, and I don't even need to do this to be honest. Yeah, I don't even need to do that, but I probably need to use it later on. Yeah, funny. So now we have this code node right here. This is a JavaScript code node. Its only purpose is to convert Google Drive links from file versions to export versions. So basically every single Google Drive file, whenever you share a link from Google Drive, it'll come as this type of like file link right here. So if I copied this over here and then pasted it, it's giving like a view version of the file. So now if I do the export version of that, taking this export URL and then just leaving the ID from the URL, which is this string of characters here, and then I take this off, you can see instead of showing me something to view, it's showing me something to download. When you're working with LLMs and you're sending photos to Nano Banana or GPT, within N8N, you need to use export links, not just the file version. So this code node here is basically doing that process I just did manually automatically. It's going to take whatever Google Drive link comes in and then transform that into the export version of that down here. So we got what we need for both the outfit link and for the character link. Easy work. So now I'm going to go ahead and pin these so they don't run again. And then of course, this time we have another analyze image node, but this time we're trying to analyze the character. We're technically really not done with the image prompt yet. I just wanted to create that first version of the image prompt that has the outfit described adequately. But really, the character is in no way described. It has no idea like who the model is based on this first automation. So that's why we now want to include the character details with this node right here. You can see here, it's literally analyzing the character in the image to describe their physical attributes. We're talking about face structure, skin tone, hair, eyes, ears, etc. All the different things that describes a human being. This individual has an oval shape face. Oval shape face is damn near crazy. With high cheekbones, the jawline is well defined, etc. The nose is small. Who do y'all think is talking about based on this description, by the way? The hair is long, extending well past the shoulders and appears slight. Actually, wait, who are they talking about? Irises are hazel. I know they're talking about Alexa Demi, but I don't even see the word female in here. That's crazy. I like how Gemini is keeping it respectful, just calling her this individual. I've seen some where it's like this female presenting individual when it's clearly a girl. Love that Google is supporting that gender fluidity. So anyways, we have this full description here. And now that we have this, just like before where we're feeding a detailed description into an agent, we're doing the exact same thing down here. So now we're feeding in that character description and that first image prompt that we already got into this AI agent to actually combine those two together for the official prompt. That's basically all this AI automation is doing. You can see it's taking those two inputs and then making it a single refined final prompt that maintains the realism as that character description and everything else we need. If I go ahead and run this, I'll actually get the official prompt that will be sent to Nano Banana to actually generate these product images. So if I go ahead and pin this, you can see the full prompt they came with. The slender young woman in her early 20s with fair skin featuring warm undertones. We are still adding in those images of the character and the outfit. I'm just doing this to supplement it so there's no mistakes. You can see here this HTTP request node that comes right after that. This is obviously all already set up for you. You'll just need to come in here and put your API key here instead. I'll have this deleted by the time that this video gets out. But in here, you can see the actual request we're sending to Nano Banana within FAL AI is this prompt, the one that we just saw, the one that we just generated, and of course, the image URLs. Those drive export links of both the outfit and the character. We're still adding that stuff in so it has all the context that it needs. So now let me see if this API key works. I be switching them out so often because y'all love to finesse them and shit. So now if I run this, okay, there we go. So now that we see that this is in queue, we can go back to FAL AI. If you don't know about FAL AI, it's an aggregator website that basically shows you all the best image models, video models. You can see some of the past stuff that I've done, all like hyper realistic UGC stuff on here with VO3 videos, Nano Banana, etc. If you want to see how I generated these hyper realistic UGC stuff, just watch my last video. But of course, if we want to see what we actually just generated, we just need to search the actual model that we're using, which is Nano Banana Pro, the edit, and you want to go to requests, and then you should see 1 minute ago, already done. So we can go ahead and preview this. So let's go ahead and see it. You know what I'm saying? Product on some Essence shit. Like you could really put this directly on Essence and be smooth. It got the product exactly how it needed to be. It obviously kept her actual look as well too. So this looks great. Obviously, if I want to add accessories and stuff like that, I can just re-prompt Nano Banana. I can just put this photo back in there and be like, add in these shoes, add in this jewelry, etc. But since in that actual photo right here, I only put this and no other accessories, no other shoes, etc. This is why it's exactly like that. But you can see now we have this great front facing picture. Let's go ahead and make sure we can get this back. So this wait node right here is just here because I obviously built this for production like I told y'all. So they're going to be just pressing execute and then walking away from the computer. So this wait node makes sure it's waiting for that to get done and then continuing with the automation after that. And then of course, this node right here is just bringing it back into N8N. Now I can go ahead and run this to actually grab the image URL to come back. And you can see this brings back the actual image URL. Love that. So I can go ahead and pin this if node is basically saying, okay, cool. If we have what we need, keep going. If we don't, keep waiting, because the only reason you would ever see an error here is because the request isn't finished yet. So now obviously we run this, that'll keep going through to the true route because it is true. Now, of course, we go ahead and download the image, a little cheat code inside of N8N. If you basically just do an HTTP request and then put get as a method and then add in an image URL, download that image inside of N8N and give you the actual binary file, like the actual file with the file size, file name, etc. If you press view, it'll really come in here to see. Like, it's pretty fire. Nice little cheat code right there. So now, of course, I want to put that inside my box. Putting anything inside my box is crazy work. Yeah, you can see some of the other stuff I was testing with. These two last nodes here will, one, add it to your box folder and also update Notion to change the status basically to the next one, so we can start to get those side profiles and the back profiles. And it'll also add in that front facing photo inside of here. So now if I just basically run these two, one, you're going to see Notion, like I just told you. We got the final image, the image link in here. The status is now changed to side. If I come back in the box and refresh, you're also going to see a new image today, which is obviously that picture we just generated. So now we have this literal end-to-end production ready workflow that takes an image prompt, refines it, and then generates this image and then adds it inside of our box for us. So just to show you this full image generating automation fully running in production, creating those high fashion product website images for us. If I just press execute workflow right now, it'll go ahead, bring in all the items from Notion that are marked as front shot. It'll go ahead, analyze the photo of the character that we added in there. You can see some of the different characters that I have here. And then after it analyzes that, it's coming up with the actual full prompt. Ooh, wish I didn't do that every single time. And so ignore this little error here. It was basically analyzing that character, coming up with a full prompt of the actual front facing image based on the character and the outfit. And then it sent the request to Nano Banana. So literally, if I come back in here, you can see less than a minute ago, we have this new photo that's in progress. And the only reason why you're seeing an error here is because I had this wait set to 2 seconds, when really I should have set it to 180 seconds because it's not waiting long enough now for this to be finished. You can see this last one took 57 seconds. This other one took 24 seconds, 47 seconds, etc. So all I basically need to do there is just change the number. Once it gets done, we can continue running through it to show you how the rest of this is working. If we click into here now, we can see that we actually got this picture generated successfully. This is the great front-facing photo, exactly what we wanted based on our Sydney Sweeney character that we are using for this one, as well as the actual outfit that we had planned for her, which was this moto jacket with these jeans. You can obviously put this on your website and this will look crazy professional, like you truly spent the money to hire a model, actually book a studio, hire a photographer, and get these super clean images. But obviously y'all want to see the rest of the automation going to work. So now if I just press play, I pin these so it doesn't do it again. Loves doing shit like that. So now if I just press play on the end of this automation to keep it running, it'll download the image, go into Notion. You can see it just added the actual final image inside of that column, change the status to side. And if I refresh my box, I can now see that I have a new image added inside of here. So there we go. This automation is going crazy, creating image prompts for us, generating images for us, and then downloading and adding those images exactly where we want them. And so this time, if I really do just change the wait time to 180 seconds, which might even be too long, to be honest, I'll probably just change that to 120. A little 2-minute wait, should be done by then. And of course, N8N said, oh no, I ain't finished. I'm already back to the next one. I'm already generating the next image. Literally, if I go back to Nano Banana, already the next one is in progress. If you own an e-commerce brand, you don't have to worry about trying to book a studio every single day for new products. You just come in here, have this automation running on autopilot, generating that for you. But while that's generating, let's go ahead and focus on this last part of the automation that is basically going to be in charge of generating those side profiles and the back profile. And so for this, a lot of these nodes are very redundant. You know what this Notion node does. It's bringing in everything, but it's just bringing in everything that's marked as side rather than front or not started. You know that this loop node is basically just splitting it in batches so we can do one at a time. You know that this Google Drive link formatter, same JavaScript code here, is basically just converting the Google Drive links from file to export. Easy work. And now this analyze image node, what this is actually analyzing is the image we just generated, that front facing image. And then based on that, it's creating a prompt. Obviously you guys know about these AI agents here. What this AI agent is going to do is, based on the input of that image description, is going to generate those detailed prompts for the 3/4 left side profile shot, the right side profile, the back profile, etc. And let me go ahead and just add these in here. So in those. And so now the only thing different with this one is actually going to output 3 different image prompts for you. So now enough of that just one at a time stuff. We're actually going to be generating 3 images at a time: the left, the right, and the back. The way that I locked that in was basically just using this structured output parser. All it's doing is it's hard coding it to make sure your output needs to look like this: left image and the prompt, right image and the prompt, back image and the prompt. You know what I'm saying? And so now that this full thing is done, we can actually go back in here. You see this one, this last one just got filled out, and I can go into box to see how that image turned out. Should be my other ASAP Rocky looking character rocking the fit. Oh, looks like we had a mix up here. The only reason this happened is I basically just had the Timothy Chalamet character put in twice, which is all good. But that's the reason why he was outputted with that outfit. But even still, it still looks great. Coat, pants, everything is still absolutely true to form to what it actually was from what was sent to me by the client, which is obviously what we need if we want this to be production ready. But now that all those are finished, I can go ahead and run this. And so, like you guys already know, pretty much the beginning of this is all self-explanatory. You've seen all of this before, to be honest. This analyze image node is now just analyzing that front-facing image, so it can say, okay, based on this, generate prompts to get the side and the back. So you guys know about all this too. This is all the same stuff. We're waiting for it. We're grabbing the image link. If it's not ready, we're restarting. We're splitting it out because there's going to be multiple different URLs. So we want to download each one individually, uploading it to Box, etc. So instead of going one by one through all of them, I'm gonna just show you it actually running. You can see here it's going through the AI agent right now to create those prompts. But in the meantime, you can see the actual, oh, it's moving fast. And so you can see here, it already went through all these beginning nodes and it's now on the wait node. And now you can see there's 3 items this time, which is fire. If we go back in Nano Banana, you can see 3 new images generating at the same time. That's the beauty of using Nano Banana on a platform like Fal AI, which is made for developers, because you can be generating multiple images at a time. So I'll go ahead and show y'all what these all look like. I already know they're gonna be some bangers. And so you can see here, the automation is gonna go ahead and keep running, grab those images, download them. It's really moving fast. That's why I fuck with N8N for real. If we go into the box, we can see how those side profile and back profiles turned out. I already know for a fact, the one thing I've noticed that it can't do both sides of the profile. It typically only does one side in the back, but these still look great. This is still literally perfect. Based on this front profile photo right here, literally the side looks amazing. If you put this on your website, obviously same girl, same product, same look, and the same thing with the back here too. So if you're truly looking to sell products, this automation completely has you covered. And not to mention, it's already on to the next one. And so you can see if we come back in the Notion, this is marked as done. This one that I already accomplished, so it won't bring that one in anymore. And it's already on to the next one, creating the prompt, and then obviously going to generate those images inside of Nano Banana. So this is a full production ready system that is able to generate these great high fidelity, not just ultra realistic, but like literally indistinguishable from reality product photos at whatever angle that you want. Front facing, left 3/4 or right 3/4, and then also the back profile. I'll show you guys how the rest of these turn out. Obviously, I'm just gonna leave you loose right here. I know y'all wanna see the rest of these. So now with the Sydney Sweeney, you can see we have the 3/4 left right here. And of course we got the 3/4 right, looking fire. See that, respectfully. And so now I literally just went to go eat, take a break, but obviously I kept this running in the background. It finished everything I needed to. Easy work. And if I literally just go and refresh box, I should now start to see the rest of these pictures coming in. Now I have all these other bang. This one is obviously 3/4 direction, 3/4 direction. It's actually crazy realistic too, like the freckles on her face, the hair. Nano Banana is going insane. And then obviously we have these over here. And then of course we have the back shot. Saying back shot is crazy work. And don't forget, we have these front photos over here. And then of course, for that last outfit, the puffer coat, we obviously have the 3/4, and then we have the back angle right there. And of course, all of these statuses are now marked to done. This automation is fully production ready. It runs on autopilot. So if you're an e-com store owner, who just has new products you just want to consistently showcase on models, this automation fully takes care of you. If you are comfortable with N8N and you want to basically download this template for yourself, go ahead and slide in the school community. I got you. If you want me to build it custom for you, maybe you want a different background, maybe you want a different pose, etc., I can literally build you a custom one from scratch. Or if you feel like I love the idea of this, but I want something more simple for me to run it. I'm not comfortable coming in here, changing the triggers, etc. I can build you a custom, simple website where basically you can put in the images of a character, put in the images of the outfit, and it will output everything for you on autopilot. So if any of those sound good to you, I have my Cal link in the description. Feel free to book a call. But other than that, it's Sir Lifehacker. You already know the deal. This is the greatest advancement in art and human history. So if you're not taking advantage of it, your competitors will.